While Bitcoin saw a slight little rejection, today is an extremely important day because today is the day that the final deadline for the spot Ethereum ETF is going to be hitting the market. So I am expecting a lot of volatility, of course, on Ethereum, but more importantly, also on Bitcoin, because last time and this entire rally we actually got towards the upside was mainly due to the fact that the Ethereum ETF odds were improving. So if the Ethereum ETF will be getting accepted today, can we see another big pump towards the upside? So I will be talking about this and of course the most important patterns and charts that I have to discuss right now in today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap on the like button back above 1000 likes and let me jump straight away in towards the content. So looking at the imminent short term, first of all, we can see that after this massive run towards the upside, we're creating a new consolidation phase. And clearly every single time once Bitcoin is retesting this downward sloping resistance line, already for the last 4 times, we have seen an ever so slight bounce, and we're also creating somewhat of a new downward sloping resistance line, which is providing resistance already 3 times in a row right now. And you can see every single time once we have touched this level, we have seen severe rejections coming from off this range. So currently Bitcoin is consolidating in this new falling wedge pattern, and I'm expecting a breakout is going to be happening in the coming 24 hours, because yes, in the coming 24 hours we're going to be having the final deadline for the spot Bitcoin ETF. Like you can see here, the bitfinex Ethereum spot ETF final deadline is the 23rd of May, and I'm expecting that probably at the end of today, so in approximately 12 hours after this video is live, we're going to either see the acceptance or denial of the spot Ethereum ETF. And yeah, that is going to be very important to be paying attention towards. And if we're going to be looking what the market thinks, the market currently thinks that there is just only a 66% chance of acceptance. So there is a lot of room for, if it does get accepted, to push up higher, because it's not priced in, since not the entire market is expecting it is going to get accepted. And you can see clearly since the last week it was first around 10%, it right now has significantly increased to 66%. So yes, whenever just like we had with the Bitcoin ETF, it was 95%, we saw that the market didn't really pump that much because the market was already expecting it. But now, since the market is not really expecting it, if it will be getting accepted today, we're going to be seeing most certainly a significant pump on the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin pair, but also just on the pairs against the US dollar. So the ETH compared to Bitcoin pair has been trading in a very long downtrend, and actually right now for the first time has been seeing its first very strong bounce back towards the upside. Because yeah, if we're looking at the ETFs on Bitcoin, we're seeing more than $100 million on average flowing in towards the ETF. To be exact, $144 million every single day is the average inflow on the spot Bitcoin ETF. So yes, yesterday we saw $155 million flowing in, and so far right now, once again, we're sitting at a new all-time high in terms of total cumulative flows. So yeah, as long as we're seeing more inflows, it's going to be good for the market, because it is of course adding more buy pressure. But going further in towards the content on Bitcoin, because I can't really talk about, yeah, it's going to get accepted or not. We just have to wait for that. And if it does get accepted, the market is going to be pushing higher. And this godly candle we created on Bitcoin right here towards the upside from, what is it, $66,000 to $72,000 was also mainly due to the fact that we were seeing the odds increasing on the spot Ethereum ETF. So I do really think that Bitcoin is also going to be pumping whenever the ETF is going to get accepted, because it's an overall good thing for the market. And if it's going to get denied, we're most likely going to see an ever so slight correction, but I don't think that we should be worrying all too much about that. So currently we can see the Bitcoin price action exactly got rejected from the level I've talked about many times before, while we were also sitting around this region right here. And basically what we're seeing right now here is that Bitcoin is still trading in an upward sloping trend. We're creating a massive cup here, which is also revealing that we're currently trading in an upward sloping trend. So I don't really believe that there's a big reason to be worrying about Bitcoin. And also, if I'm going to be looking at my trade, I am currently still in over $163,000 in profit, and I have set my full take profit target. Yes, my place where I'm going to be going fully out of my trade on 73,800. So that is my target where I want to be exiting the trade. Why? Is because 73,800 is the top side of this region right here on this red box, and I believe that there's a lot of liquidity that Bitcoin potentially could be grabbing and potentially can go lower again here. And if we were to be breaking above it, I don't really matter, or I don't really care, to be honest, because for me also, the longer I'm going to be having this trade open, the bigger the risk it's going to be here. So whenever I close this trade in like 240k profit, I'm just going to be looking at the next opportunity to be opening up a new trade again. And so many people that have not joined me can then join me on my next trade, because yes, also this trade I shared step by step on the channel. And yeah, if you are interested in trading yourself, don't forget to go to the link description of today's video, where if you currently click on this link, you could claim a free $200 trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum. And all you need to do for that here is of course sign up using that link below, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and boom, you can already claim that free $200 trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum. And let's say you're going to claim it on Ethereum and the ETF gets accepted today, you're probably going to be making a ton of money. So make sure to check it out right now in the link description of today's update video. So going further, we can currently see that the funding rates remain to be positive, which means that currently the majority of the traders are actually opening up a lot of long positions, which is of course not necessarily a bullish signal in my opinion. It is only indicating that there's a little bit more risk in the market. And if I'm going to be looking at the liquidation heat map, the majority of the liquidity is still being balled up around 73.8k, also my full take profit target. So I still do really believe that Bitcoin is most likely going to be grabbing that liquidity on the top side, sitting around $74,000 approximately. So keep your eyes wide open. Right on the lower side, there's not a lot of liquidity. The remaining liquidity is all laying around that $74,000 level, and I think Bitcoin is most likely going to be grabbing it, and that is also the level where I want to be going out of my position. Even though I really do expect Bitcoin is going to go towards $100,000 later this year in this cycle, because yeah, all the things are looking extremely bullish. For me as a trader, and as you are going to be opening up trades, it's of course going to be sometimes more risky to hold it open for a longer period of time, because the funding rates is right now also significantly increasing, making it for me more and more expensive to hold this trade open. So I'm not going to be quite sure for how long I will be exactly holding this trade open, but it's not going to be for long anymore from now on, because the funding rate is so significantly increasing. So going further in towards the content, we can currently also see that the Bitcoin dominance is creating this massive rising wedge pattern. And I do really believe an altcoin season is going to be imminent on the market, especially if we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin dominance. We're creating this massive rising wedge pattern, and whenever we're going to be breaking below this very big upward sloping support line, that is going to be the point where we're going to be seeing the big move towards the downside getting initiated. And yes, whenever that happens, we're going to be seeing altcoins really take off. Right now we got an ever so slight appetizer on the market what it would like to be if we're going to be having an alt season, but I can promise you the biggest alt season is still yet to come on Bitcoin. And whenever that happens, it is going to be shocking your mind if you have never seen this before, because I've been through 2 altcoin seasons right now, but the gains are not comparable with Bitcoin season if you are heavily invested in altcoins, which I am currently also am. So right now as well, we can see that if we're going to be looking at this bigger consolidation phase, Bitcoin is creating this massive bull flag pattern, which it is also currently breaking out of. And we're, most likely going to be sending this thing towards $100,000 and higher. It is just looking extremely bullish. And what we're seeing right now is calm before the storm. And I think that one of the big catalysts could be that spot Ethereum ETF, which is most likely going to get accepted today. There's a 66% chance that it is going to get accepted today. So please do not fade it. Today is the final deadline. Today is going to be a day with a lot of volatility. And today, the spot Ethereum ETF is going to be standing in the spotlight. And yeah, whenever it's going to get accepted, we're going to see huge volatility. And also if it's going to get denied, we're going to see huge volatility. So make sure to pay attention towards this. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.